I wanted to make a video about a few topics actually. One of them would be the most important for me is because I want to figure out my why. So why the fuck do I want to make YouTube videos? That would be a nice thing to figure out because it's hard. It's hard making videos. I'll be honest. I made around 400 videos last year and they weren't long. They weren't the long format videos. I made lots of shorts. My challenge was to make a short a day. And I almost succeeded. One day I just completely forgot, so I didn't get the 365 streak. But I made up for it, so I made extra. Once I skipped that one day, it was towards the end of the year. I guess I was just busy with my business. Another video I want to make is about the business, about becoming a personal trainer, and why should people or shouldn't people become a personal trainer, and what it's like to study it, and what it's like to set the first business up, and all the nuances there. Probably I'll just talk about that today. I wrote a script months ago on this topic, and I revisited it this morning. And yeah, I guess I'll just talk about this topic real quick. So the topic is watch this before you become a personal trainer. Ugh. Oh God. You know, I'm just snip snapping right now. I'm coming back to the why. Why am I making this? Why do I want to make videos? I want to become competent in speaking and expressing myself because I think that is the most valuable skill in life you can learn or develop, just talking. And I think talking to camera is a great way because talking to camera is quite awkward, especially when you started. And you can do it at your own time, and you can you can create a lot of pressure for yourself talking to camera, because right now I'm alone in my house and there's no one around, but I'm talking. It's so weird. But it becomes normal. After some time, it becomes normal, and then you just do it. And at first, once I started this, I was rewatching my videos, and I used to do lots of ums and ahs and trying to fill out the silence. And I know that I'm much better now. I improved a lot, and it's a repetition. So you become more skillful during the reps. Same as in the gym, you're building the strength and you are building the fatigue resistance. Yes, you're introducing more and more stress, but then your stress threshold is so much more elevated and you don't get burnt out as much as quickly. So it's more enjoyable. And yeah, talking to camera right now, I think it's enjoyable. I know I'm rambling and I'm jumping from topic to topic, but I feel like it's necessary. And I think I'll just post this video without cutting. So I'm sorry for wasting time. Your time, my time would be wasted regardless because I would be probably doom scrolling right now if not doing this, because I was delaying this video for 2 weeks now, and I would come into my office and I would sit here and I would start doing something with an intention of, yeah, I want to make a video today. And then I would just open up my phone and I would start checking something, and then I would end up just scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, you name it, for hours. And then it's noon, it's getting late, my wife is around, and then I just start hanging out with her and I feel tired, and nothing would get done those days. Because when I work early in the morning. I get up at 5, and then I have a few clients each day from Monday to Thursday. I got Fridays off now. That's another thing that I would like to talk, but that's probably a personal trainer side of things. So now if I'm talking about videos, I should just keep talking about making videos. So let's get back into why do I want to make videos. So as I mentioned before, it's because I want to improve my speaking skills and camera skills, obviously. And I started making YouTube videos a long time ago, and I made it, I think, for half a year, and I just got lazy eventually. Let me just check. My first ever video was published on 2019. Wow. August 18th, 2019. So that was 7 years ago. And back then I didn't know what I was doing. I was just trying to copy people. And in a way I am copying people right now, because we are all influenced by something in life. Social media is a huge influence on the way we think. Just think about it. You wouldn't think that, oh, there's poison in a super duper, if you know what super duper is. But there is poison in super duper. There is poison in everything we eat, pretty much, especially if it's processed. And yeah, a few weeks ago, I was just in this rabbit hole of how there's poison everywhere. I downloaded this app, scrolling on my toilet once again, and the app is called Ivy, and I downloaded it, and then I was going with my wife through the shopping center and just scanning everything and seeing how bad it can be, all these additives. And yes, there are microdoses, and some of them they're causing inflammation, some of them they're causing heart disease, some of them will make you infertile, they're gonna cause you allergies, all this bad stuff that can happen because you eat these seemingly happy, I wouldn't say meals, snacks. And I figured that that's one of the reasons why I wasn't recovering as fast as I want to. And then I started eliminating them. And through this elimination process, now I'm eating way less trashy foods, and I feel like my recovery is better. Now I'm going back full circle. My recovery. Yeah. Because I am getting up at 5 a.m., I don't get enough sleep, nowhere near the time I need. I get on average 7.5 hours now, and I probably need 9 hours a day. If I don't set my alarm on during the weekend when I don't work, I slept for 10 hours. Like 3 days in a row, I could sleep for 10 hours a day during the night. and because my body needs it. So this chronic stress building up, and if we don't treat it, it's gonna cause us getting sick and injured. So never ignore your stress and think about it. The more you exercise, for 10 hours of exercise, you need 1 extra hour of sleep a night. For 10 hours of exercise per week. For 10 hours of exercise per week, you need 1 extra hour of sleep per night to recover adequately. So if I don't get that extra hour each day for 7 days, that's 7 hours down. Just imagine how much more fatigue you're accumulating. And then if you don't get just a regular norm of sleep, if you sleep for 7 hours, not for 7.5, or whatever your sleep threshold is, you're accumulating even more fatigue. And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna start breaking, and then you're gonna have to take time off gym, off training because you gotten sick, or some stress, or you gotten some stress fracture somewhere, or your shoulder is aching, or I don't know. You know you. And if it happened to you in the past, if you pushed too far for too long and you gotten sick or you broke down, there's the explanation why it happened. And I know that our bodies were sending signals to us and we just ignore them because we were too busy doing what? Scrolling instead of taking a nap during the day? Watching that show until 11 p.m. when you felt sleepy at 8? Like, we don't prioritize our health, and then our health eventually is compromised, and our life quality is suffering, and it's just going lower and lower and lower. And then once you reach a certain point, everything starts going down. Not just your health. Your relationships are gonna start going down. Your relationship with your wife, with your kids, if you have any, with your friends, your social circle. And then, yeah, the depression's gonna creep in, the anxiety is gonna creep in, the mental disorders, the 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 eating disorders are gonna creep in, and yeah, you're just gonna become one huge mess, and your life's gonna be mess. And if your life is already a mess, well, try and reverse engineer it, because I just gave you all the answers to your problems. It's the chronic stress and fatigue, and you not letting your brain and your body rest enough. If you want to start becoming fit, if you're in this messy page of your life, you should watch my last video. It's where I explain on how to become fit from zero, or at least how to start moving that direction and start building your life up. But yet, stress is the number one reason why we're fucked up the most times. Well, this was a ramble. Um, let's hope let's hope you will get something out of this. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.